Welcome back to the Real AF TV podcast, show about fishing random takes from Atlanta to 1,000 lakes. You made it to the random take. If you are listening to this for the long haul, then great, because this one's going into the 2-hour mark. No problem. We had some wrestling references in the beginning that really took us going. For those of you joining us on Friday, also, if you're joining us on Friday for just the random take, this is the trading cards thing. 4 years ago, episode 3, we talked about cards. This is going to be way different. We'll get into that in a second. But also, what you know about bass trading cards? You come over here to a fishing channel and you think we know nothing about bass cards? Go to episode 87 and check it out, because we know.
We know about them.
I'm just being an asshole for fun. Tim.
I don't know about bass cards, bro.
You know.
As a Bill Dance rookie card, brother. How it's a rookie card when he's like 50, I don't quite understand. But he's like 50 in this photo.
He's 50 in that photo. It's an 87 rookie card, and he's still kicking it in 2024.
1990 rookie card, which is like.
Wasn't that close?
34 years ago, and I think he's 142 right now.
Right. So do the math backwards, and you'll figure it out.
He was already over 100 years old in this photo.
Now, Tim, the reason why I wanted to, I guess we'll say redo this topic is because it was different back then. We're like, oh, we're going to do an hour. And then we started talking, and we talked more. And we talk more, and eventually we were just like, yeah, dude, this is not an hour-long podcast. We can't do a fishing topic in a half an hour. That ain't working for us.
Nope.
And it seems to me, over the last 4 years, your relationship with trading cards has changed drastically. And I'm like, let's talk about it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, my shit. I definitely got back into it.
Yeah, dude. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And then also never cared about Pokemon cards when I was a kid. Didn't collect any of that stuff. Yeah. The Pokemon cards nowadays are so much cooler than the ones that we had when we were kids. I went from not giving a shit to now I'm like, damn, dude, these now I'm into Pokemon cards with my son. Yeah. And my nephew likes them too. So we went from just not really caring to all of a sudden these things don't look anything like. I mean, if you're on the YouTube and you're seeing it, this is a kind of cooler picture than what they used to be, but this is what they all used to look like.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Now you got the opportunity to pull a golden card like this.
Jeez.
Where they're just gnarly looking.
Yeah, and the art is fucking super sick. I mean, that Flareon didn't look like shit, but it was
no.
It felt standard. Felt basic.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot, Tim. Oh, we're going to talk about trading cards.
Well, yeah, nice. Well, look at the art too. See how it's just a picture here, and then you got the card down here,
the stats and whatever. Yeah,
these are the Pokemon is the whole card. His feet go all the way down. Because picture.
The standard one, it's the upper third is a picture, and then the lower 2/3 are stats or whatever it is where the Pokemon playing when you play the game. And the other gold fucking art, the Pokemon literally went from the top to the bottom of the card. It was sick.
Yeah. And they got the different full arts and alternate arts and shit. It's wild. Some of it's literally the alternate arts are shit that artists have done, where it goes, it's not a picture anymore. Or there's trainer gallery cards.
What's that?
Where a trainer gallery card is it'll be Flareon, for example. Yep. It'll be the Flareon card, but the trainer gallery will be Flareon, and they'll have a trainer in the card, and it'll be a full art. Oh. But it'll be a art like a depiction of them. It could be as mundane as like them chilling on a couch together in like a nice setting where like it's like you see like the whole room that they're chilling in, but it's just that.
Yeah, but that's what it is. It's just like, it's what a trainer in a gym, I guess, for lack of a better term, because I'm not a Pokemon person, but it's like, that's what a Pokemon and a trainer would do.
Yeah.
Just be hanging out. Like you can't fucking just be in the gym kicking ass the whole time. Sometimes you just got to chill out.
Yeah. I have a full art Pidgeotto one that's like, the Pidgeotto is just like chilling on a street sign. Like, yeah, that's what a bird would do. You know, it's a Pokemon, but it's still a bird. Dude. So he's just chilling on a street sign.
Is the street sign in Japanese, or is it in English, or is it in non-legible? Like, what is it? Do you remember?
I think that one's in English, but I don't really remember it. It's just, for whatever reason, that one was easier to find too. Like, I think I have like 2 of those.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, we get the different sets and try to hit, like, that's, with regular sports cards, I won't really look at what's out there. Like, I don't want to know, because I know the players that I want, and I'm hoping to hit the player. And when I get the player, I'm just like, hell yeah, that's cool. Like, whatever set I'm going for, I'm just trying to get the player in that set. Where Pokemon is like, I'll look at the set, and if they don't have any good cards in that set, like, then I won't buy, because they have so many different sets, you know?
Oh, okay.
There's like, they just keep coming out with different, there's like the Scarlet and Violet, which is like the newest stuff out now, but they keep coming out with different sets of those cards, and they just keep coming out with it because they can make their own stuff.
Right.
It's not like a yearly thing. Like, there's different with the sports cards. There's different, like, there are different sets, but the cards are completely different. The Pokemon cards are always the same, but they'll just have like a, you know, this art looks cool in this set. You have this, you know, you have this card you could pull.
Oh,
you know, this Pokemon card is available, where the cards are always the same.
They're always the same, and like the stats are always the same, so that the game is, so like the card game that you can play is level, or what do you mean?
No, I think the stats can be different, but like the cards are always Pokemon cards. Like, they're, it's not like where you get all these different, you know, it's not a Donruss where it's completely different looking than a Mosaic.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
They all look like Pokemon cards, and some can be like full art and whatnot. But it's like,
right.
For example, there was the Obsidian Flames. Was one that was more of like, you know, you had a chance at a like a really dope Charizard.
Okay.
In that, which we ended up hitting. Like, that was the card we were going for.
I think you might have told the story on the 4th of July one, but like, on the 4th of July episode, I think you did.
Yeah, but, for sure, because it happened on the 4th of July.
Yeah. And so that was actually one of my questions I wrote down, and I'm going to actually look at the notes really quick to see if I'm remembering my question properly. But what it comes down to is like, okay, you can get cards all over the place, right? I mean, just like all over the internet, there are cards.
Yeah.
If you're looking for like specific ones, but we can't forget that like Target and Walmart, well, Target had a little outage there for a little while. They're back now, I think. Yeah. But like, they got so popular that Target stopped carrying them because they were having like riots or some shit in the stores. But
yeah, like, for a little while, people were like fighting over Pokemon cards. It got weird for a little bit.
Yeah. Shit got crazy. Which, but still, that's all part of my example of like, so you can go to Target and you can go to Walmart and you can just pick these up. You've talked about getting sets or tins or whatever during Christmas time.
Yeah.
You said we were going for that card. I don't recall, even back in my days when I was collecting baseball cards pretty regularly, I don't recall like having that knowledge or like knowing if I got this pack, there was a chance that I could get a game worn jersey or something like that. I mean, those ones were because they fucking advertised it on the front, but like how are you keeping up on shit like that if you're saying like they're always coming out with new packs too?
Oh yeah, just Googling it. For the most part, a lot of the knowledge I have of Pokemon cards comes from my nephew.
Oh yeah,
he's just like, they have this one.
Kids have so much free time. It's the fucking best, dude.
Yeah. So I'm not even, most of the time I'm not really like digging into it myself. He'll just come and hit me with the shit. Like he'll just have it pulled up. Look at what you can hit. And I'm like, that's dope, dude.
Right.
We got to try to hit that.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that knowledge is in my head, that's the pack I'm looking for.
Right.
Like the Obsidian Flame is like two or three ago already. Jeez. But I knew that it was out there. So every time I saw it, and then we're in the Walmart that we ended up going to only because I forgot a sweatshirt. Couldn't find a fucking sweatshirt. They didn't have a sweatshirt in the whole Walmart. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Up North Minnesota, which is the fucking most random thing where you always need a sweatshirt after the sun goes down, no matter what time of year it is.
Right. There's mosquitoes like a motherfucker. You put on a sweatshirt, you'll rather sweat your face off than get eaten alive, you know? So it's like, we wear sweatshirts.
Yeah.
But, so I couldn't find one of those. And then I'm like, whatever, I'm going to grab some cards. Like we're going to open these in the car, and I get my nephew some football cards, and I grab the Obsidian Flame because I see that and I'm like, shit, yeah, dude, I don't see a lot of these around anymore. Like they're kind of cleared out of
like it must be getting sold out kind of on the end of its run sort of situation. Sick.
And it's just sitting there, and it was like the only one, I think it was like the only pack of the Obsidian Flame too. There was like a random assortment of they were kind of already picked over, and I just grabbed like the last Obsidian Flame left. And it's got a card that like graded. That card is selling for like $150.
God damn, dude.
And it was just
That's
like
sick.
It was deafening in that truck cab when we pulled that. Everybody's just like, ah!
Everybody except your wife. Your wife was plugging her ears.
She was just like, no, that was insane. Yeah. But I was going to say too, the other thing, like they got some really crazy looking ones, but we have one that's a Celebi. It's like a grass type Pokemon. Doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
It's a cool Pokemon, but it's called an amazing rare. Like they all have their different things too. Back in the day, there was a holo and a non-holo, and that was really it. Or I think there was a holo, reverse holo, and then regular card.
And this is a card. It's not the Pokemon itself, right?
What do you mean? Oh,
because you know how there's like a shiny Pokemon or whatever? There's not like a fucking reverse holo Pokemon, right? You're talking about the card.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the card.
Okay.
Yeah, because
so Celebi.
Yeah, shiny is just, for people that don't know, shiny is just like the different coloring of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So like a shiny Charizard is a black Charizard, where the normal Charizard is red.
Right. And
we have that they
I would call it orange, but you know.
Yeah, right. You're right. Orange. Yeah. So we have the shiny version of that card. It was like a promo card that came in a tin. So it's a silver card with the shiny Charizard.
Oh,
so it's that exact card, but it's like reversed. It's silver with a black Charizard. And then we pulled the gold Charizard. That's the regular coloring of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like in the bottom, they have like all their different the stars and stuff that show. There's like a 1 star. I forget. My nephew knows all this shit. He's the one that I learned all this stuff from. So don't be like, God damn, this dude really knows his Pokemon. I know what I've been told.
Right.
I have,
and you pay attention to your nephew. So
I do pay attention. Yeah. So there's like the stars and stuff that will show you. Like 1 star is like a rare, and then there's like 2 stars like super rare or whatever. But like there's one we have upstairs that is an A down here, and that one stands for amazing rare. Oh, and it's like this color splotch like crazy, and the colors are like bleeding into the main card all over the place.
Oh, sweet.
And it's all like glittery and cool looking. Yeah.
Like it has like the glitter and is like holographic or like laid over the top of the card.
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, it's like laid over the top of the card, but then like the picture is like on top of that still.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's wild looking. Like they do some really, really cool stuff. The different textures and stuff too that they have. But like back in the day, like a holo is the picture itself is shiny. This is a holo.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because the picture itself is shiny.
Yeah.
A reverse holo is this is not shiny and the card is shiny.
Oh, interesting.
So that's a reverse holo. And then anything better than that, like this whole card is like a metal flake, shiny as shit.
Yeah.
You know, this one's gold. This one is a 3-star. And I forget all the titles. I don't know. Some of it, I think this one
sometimes there's just too much detail, right? As much as you do listen to your nephew, you're like, fucking, some of this I can't keep up with.
Well, and then it doesn't necessarily, it's like one of those where you don't know what should be the next step. Like I want to say that one's called a secret rare.
Oh,
but so like a secret rare and then amazing rare.
Right.
And then there's rainbow rares where the card is like a rainbow. We haven't hit one of those yet.
Okay.
But it's that kind of shit where like all the different levels of like what is more rare starts to get lost in the weird words where you're like, so secret is more rare than amazing.
Yeah. That's the shit that you remember when you have all summer to sit down and study.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And right now there's probably like, if any kids are listening to this, they're just like, it's not that hard, you know? But anyway,
I work 40 hours a week or more. Okay.
Yeah, I work a lot more than 40 hours.
Right. I know. I was using the temp number. I know that you know.
I know.
But yeah.
No, I'm saying buddy to the kid, not to you. I'm just saying, you little shit. Yeah, I don't have them. But no, so that's the extent. I know I was going off on Pokemon cards, but that's the extent of my Pokemon card knowledge. So I am excited to pull Pokemon cards because there is way more opportunity to hit way different cards. Like I got a Pikachu that's a regular Pikachu upstairs, but it's a full art. The whole thing's shiny and the whole background is just colorful as hell. And it's got like 7 different Pokemon on it, but it's a Pikachu card. And it's like,
what?
That thing is worth a decent amount of money because that's the card people are going after. But it's
sounds crazy.
It's not a super rare card, but
it's
because of the artwork, because of the artwork, it is in high demand. So even though it's not that rare, it's more sought after than the other ones because it's dope. It has Pikachu with a smattering of other popular Pokemon in the card as well. You know, so when you start getting that kind of shit, it just becomes like the artwork. When people think it looks cool, it means something.
Yeah.
In Pokemon, where some of the sports cards, not so much. Like if it looks cool as shit, but it's not super rare or it's not a rookie year or anything.
Yeah.
Nobody really gives a shit. Like,
right.
I have like, for example, this is a Marcus Smart Prism, and it's the green refractor. Like
looks super cool. Like I don't know how to explain that. This part, if you're listening on podcast, you just gotta go over to YouTube and check that shit out.
Well, when you're looking at like Prism and Optic, like the more expensive, nicer cards, they're all shiny, dude. Like
they all have that like, something shiny on them.
Yeah. Well, this one, I mean, like the other nicer ones are all shiny. They're like in like an epoxy. This is a Donruss. Like it makes it harder to see because I got them in sleeves because they are shiny.
Oh yeah.
But this one, the card itself is not shiny. You got, I'm just fucking, hey, everybody. They have the gold, like,
the name or the stuff. Words, whatever type is up there. That's shiny.
But the card itself is not shiny one bit. Meanwhile, like the Select, that's the whole thing is like an epoxy.
Yeah.
Like Topps, back in the day, it used to be like Topps Chrome.
Yep.
Is what would look like this.
Yeah.
So that's what you get. But this Marcus Smart is cool, and that colorway, or not colorway, that's like shoes, but that color variant makes it more expensive than the regular one, because that green is not what they normally come with, even though he has a green outfit.
Mm-hmm.
So that color match, having his, because he's a Celtic, that's green and that's green, that's like sought after and cooler to have that color match. People like that are fans of Boston and shit.
Right.
But because this is a year where it's not his rookie year, and nobody, like, this card is not worth nearly as much as like the regular rookie card.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where in Pokemon, if you had a card a year apart and one looked way cooler than the other one, the one that's cool as shit is the one that people want.
yeah. And the way they print the cards, they do make them more rare too. Like, they know that these fucking cool art is better to have fewer printed.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is the same with the basketball card, but like you just said, there's so much that influences the value on that, where that Marcus Smart was just like, yeah, I mean, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was a fine year, but like nothing special about your junior year in the league, you know?
Right.
That kind of situation.
Yeah. And you start, I lost my train of thought.
That's okay. Cause if you get it back, let me know. But I do have a question is to the pricing thing. How in the fuck do you find reliable pricing today? I was doing research for this, you know, I'm trying to like keep up. It's like, okay, how do I find pricing and shit? It's like, I remember buying a baseball Beckett back in the day. You just go to wherever you bought your cards from, and then you know, every month the Beckett would come out, give a couple bucks for this, you know, piece of paper stapled together, and it would have the going value for a card.
Yeah.
How in the hell do you do it in the digital age? Like, is the Beckett, the capital THE Beckett, still around? You have to subscribe to this shit. I found subscribe ones.
So Beckett is still around, but like there's a couple of different website, like Beckett. I don't know how good their website is and stuff, but Beckett is still like the most comprehensive like grading out there. Like the hardest, like if you get a 10 in your graded cards from Beckett that has like the black label, that's like the most sought after out there, because Beckett is like the most scrutinous when they're grading their cards, because they have all four. They have centering, edges, corners, and surface, I believe. And they'll grade all four of those. So my son has a couple of graded Charizards, and they're 9.5, gem mint 9.5.
Nice.
Because there's like a couple of 10s and then a couple of 9.5s. So it's almost perfect. But to have 10s across the board, you get a special black label, and those cards are worth more than like all the other cards out there, because people know like that card is legitimately perfect.
Right.
But
that's crazy. Like, and that's when you say graded, you mean like you send it into Beckett and then they look over it. Their experts look over it and they seal it in a fucking.
Yes. Yeah. Shit. I should have had.
And those you're buying, right? Like you don't have anything that you've sent out to be graded.
I haven't sent. No, there's some shit that I have that I'm waiting to send out.
Okay.
That there's a guy at one of the pickup spots that has some stuff, and I told him like, let me know next time you guys are sending stuff in, because they'll send shit in as like a group.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I got stuff. Let me know.
Nice.
You know, I'm ready to, like, those Pokemon cards I was talking about, those gold ones. Right, I want those graded and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get a good grade too, the price jumps drastically, because then you have this basically proof.
Yeah, it's a certification.
It's not you just like looking at it
Right.
seeing, I think this looks nice.
It's a letter of authenticity and shit.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at prices, my deal, there's a website that I always go to called sportscardinvestor.com. Yeah. And when you go on there, it'll show you what has happened in the market.
Oh.
So it's not, and you can see like different, there's a couple other sites like this, but like it's showing you that like right now it's showing you that the average price as of the 12th of August was $49 for this Anthony Edwards rookie card. But that not too long ago, that one of them did sell for more money than that. Like it's talking about like the PSA 10 graded rookie, and it's showing that on the 19th somebody purchased one for 60, but they're also out there when you look at them priced at like, some of them are priced at like $400. So like people are just like, it's crazy what people are trying to get people to buy.
Right.
And that's just like what they have on the market. Everybody goes out there and puts on whatever price they want on eBay.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of got to scour and stuff.
That's exactly why I asked this question, is because I know that eBay is like a hot spot to go and get cards and shit. I mean, that's how we ended up with our best cards.
Yeah.
But it was one of those situations where I thought, but how do you judge that true what I should be spending value? Because I know that so many people jack them up. I remember, to relate it to Pokemon, you remember when the Pokemon Oreos came out? They were artificially inflating, the internet was artificially inflating the rarity of the Mew cookies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People were selling them for like hundreds online. And I actually had more than one, but I had one that was in really good shape, and I put it up on eBay just to see what it, and I really undercut. Not really undercut, but like they're selling for like $125, right? I put it up for like 50.
Yeah.
And I think, one, I was too late. Two, I don't have a good rating. But
sure.
To the first topic of it was too late, is we ended up with more than one Mew in our bag of Oreos. And so the jig was up. People were using a rare Pokemon, a rare popular Pokemon, and they were artificially inflating it. They were just telling people that they were rare cookies, and they weren't.
Yeah.
It was like all the cookies were made the same. Every single Pokemon that went into the Oreo bag, there was thousands of them made, and they just got randomly packaged. It was just like,
right.
So it was bullshit. And that's like, I take that instance into cards and go, how do you decipher that? So you kind of told me.
Yeah, because they do that all over the place. People do it all over. And on this one too, I can go and it'll show me like the records of where the last sale was. Like this is talking about the PSA 10, because they got the different grading systems. And the PSA is definitely the most popular one right now. I think it's the most easily accessible.
But still reliable and like respected.
Yep. So you got the PSA 10 sold for $61 on the 19th. And I think that's what somebody was able to find and purchase and feel good about. That's why they made that purchase.
Right.
When you see this and be like, oh, so I don't know how they get their records of when the stuff was sold, but like you have records of $61 of a PSA 10 being sold when it's out there for $400 some. So you're like, okay, so that guy didn't sell that card, and that's why that card still exists.
Right.
Nobody's buying it that price. And they do have the deals too, so you can like negotiate. eBay does that a lot. Like if you put it into your cart, the person will just be like, they sent you an offer.
Oh,
and all of a sudden they took like a bunch of money on it off of it, but it's still priced like $200 too high. But I've never put anything in the cart that's been that off. I've only done stuff that where I'm like, oh, let me think about this for a little bit, you know. But on this one, like if you're like, oh, I don't need it to be perfect, you can go and see what PSA 9 on the 19th, a PSA 9 sold for 30. So you can see even, yeah, that's the big difference. Of
That's
like,
a 50% discount if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, from a 9 to a 10. PSA 8 is $1,750. Damn. That's not that good at all. I don't know what mine is, but I have this exact card. So
sure. I'm
just like looking at it and stuff. So, fun little story. This is completely random. But my son, we're trying to find something to watch the other day. And we stumbled upon the original Space Jam. And I'm like,
yeah.
He goes, what's that? And I go, that's Space Jam. This is the original though. Have you ever seen it? And he goes, I don't think so. So I like go to it, like the preview or whatever. And he goes, oh yeah, I think I've seen that. Michael Jordan he like puts his body in a different guy, right? And I go, I don't know about that part, but I'm super impressed that you know that that's Michael Jordan. Like, how do you know that?
Right.
And
yeah, dude.
Yeah. And I think they must have talked about it because I think he said that he saw it at Grandma and Grandpa's house. So I'm sure my dad said something to him about it.
Right.
And he goes, yeah, he's a real basketball player in real life. And I go, yeah, some people say that he's the greatest of all time. And he goes, I think he is. And I go, oh, you do? You think he is the greatest of all time? And then he goes, yeah, him and Anthony Squidward's.
Yes.
Yeah. So
perfect Minnesota kid response.
Yep.
Squidward's.
That one's sticking. I'm a Squidward's for 3. But yeah. Anyways, when we were talking about the shininess, in case y'all were wondering, there it is. Anthony Edwards rookie card.
I was just gonna say that's Squidward's himself. It's just Squidward's because my screen's so small, it's hard for me to tell.
That's why you got to hold on to these different things because you never know. That's one of the things I was gonna say.
Oh yeah,
put your shit in sleeves, like if you're out there collecting,
right?
Because that's what I do. Because you never know what's gonna happen all the time. This was selling. Well, this one's still selling for more because this is the LaMelo Ball. Rookie card.
That's a fucking cool card.
They're from the same year. Yeah, dude. This is like the reactive one. So this is
it looks like it's got a bunch of fucking like cubes on their edges.
Yeah, it's like cubes and it's
so cool.
I don't know if I have another. I got a couple of different cool looking cards over here. Some of these I should almost like go and sell now.
Yeah.
But like here is this one says NBA debut, but this is what like the regular mosaic looks like.
Oh, okay.
And then you have the refractor. This is like the reactive refractor or whatever. This blue, different looking, like was one where you're guaranteed to get those exclusively in a box. So when you were talking about the different places that you go and buy them,
yeah.
If you see that shit in the store, if you're thinking about buying it, you should probably buy it because it's not going to be there for long. Because of what the industry has done with eBay and stuff, people will go and buy all those boxes and then do a slight markup on eBay. And they'll hold on to them for years. If they can't sell them right away in a couple of years, like the 2020, I knew how good that draft class was. And I was buying 2020 boxes like a motherfucker before everybody. I knew what was coming, and people didn't see it like at first. So I was able to buy all these boxes for cheaper than you should be able to. And now the boxes are starting to climb in value because of what everybody is seeing. Here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about with like sleeving your stuff. In 2020, they had LaMelo Ball, which he was like the rookie of the year, and he is good. He got hurt, but like he shoots and he passes the ball well and stuff. So he was a popular dude. And some of the other guys weren't necessarily like the greatest. But Jaden McDaniels, who's a great defender, who went, with Anthony Edwards into the later rounds of the playoffs. And then you got who's the other guy that I was just trying to think of?
There's another 2020
class
of 2020 draft for because I don't know what else to call him besides class of.
Yeah. You got the class of 2020. Tyrese Maxey. That's who I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I was trying to find, I know you got some of his cards in here, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Tyrese Maxey. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, just being like, sleeve them up. When you get rookie cards, keep them because you don't know what's going to happen.
Sure.
But in 2020, when these guys were not necessarily like selling too well and they weren't that good, and even this Tyrese Halliburton got traded from his team from the Kings to the Indiana Pacers. These two right here just won gold medals in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
So you got Halliburton and Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
They're like the new young guns, the faces of the team. Yeah. Halliburton was in the playoffs, made it late into the playoffs. Yep. Tyrese Maxey was in the playoffs, made it later into the playoffs. And there's another guy that I'm forgetting right now. But like, these guys were in 2020 when people didn't know how good they were going to be.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like, shit just starts clicking, and now they're like the faces of the NBA.
Right.
They're like
they're like the new class.
New people coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just
get sleeves.
One tip. Get sleeves and keep them all, because you're never going to know. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, with some of this shit right here, you got, this is Derek Lively. I got this card. It was like a color match kind of, because it's this purple where this purple is like the refractor or whatever you want to say.
Okay.
Like they're not that color normally.
Oh.
So that makes this card more expensive than the original like version of this.
Okay.
This Derek Lively, when he came out, I'm like, no fucking clue who that guy is, but it's a rookie card. We're going to put it in the sleeve.
Yeah.
So it's good condition. This thing looks like it's damn near perfect. This Derek Lively is a big reason why the Mavericks made it to the NBA Finals this year.
Really?
Yeah. So he's a rookie. I didn't know who he was.
Right.
And now he's like a star center in the league.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh, great. There you go. That's why you sleeve up your shit.
That's why you sleeve up your shit.
And that's like what I'm dealing with here is like this guy for the Packers, this Jaden Reed. I don't know if he's going to be good or not, but they talk about how he could be their best receiver. This is Aiden O'Connell, and he could potentially be the starting quarterback for the Raiders.
Okay.
Where this is from 2023. He didn't really play at all last year.
Sure.
And he could be the starter this year.
Yeah.
You never know.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you don't know.
And there's some that I didn't sleeve. This right here, this is Sam Laporta. He's a tight end that nobody knew if he was going to be good or not. And I think he was like the best rookie tight end in the class last year. Like
even playing for the Lions? Damn.
Dude, the Lions are good now.
Are they? They got back.
The Lions, they almost made it to the Super Bowl last year.
Holy fuck, did they really?
They were a win away from
last year.
No, they were a win away from making it to the Super Bowl, and they were beating who the fuck is the NFC? Who went to the Super Bowl last year for the NFC? The San Francisco 49ers. They were beating the 49ers at halftime by quite a bit. The 49ers came back and won. But
damn.
It looked like the Lions were going to go to the Super Bowl.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Yep. But yeah, dude, just like if I got a rookie card, I sleeve it up. Sometimes they end up being nobodies that I can go through here and just be like, all right, this guy's nobody at all.
Right.
I've never
When you're grabbing a box, what is a box cost? Do you get like a discount for grabbing the whole box? And like they scan the barcode at Target and it comes up as a different item number than when you buy a single pack? Or
no, so the single packs a lot of times like they barely do that anymore. They're only open like a couple of different boxes, and you can only buy like a single pack of a couple of different ones, or they'll have what they call like hanger packs, where there'll be like a little bag that's on like the hanger, and those ones have a little bit more. But what you're really going for is the different things that you have the ability of hitting. Like that LaMelo Ball, that rookie card, the regular LaMelo Ball rookie card graded, I think, was the same as like Edwards, where you're looking at like PSA 10 is like $60 or whatever. That blue, because of that refractor being exclusively to just the mega box, which the mega box was like $50 or whatever, but you get like 12 packs or some shit, but like there's one of those cards in each one. So hitting that gives you an opportunity at something way bigger. And that card PSA 10 is worth like a couple $100 before he got hurt, I think.
Damn.
Yeah. But you also get where you start getting chances at like, this is the mosaic. That one's a Scripps. Like that's an autograph.
Oh, sick. I can see it. Yeah. On the bottom, they have like a piece of, it's not a piece of tape, but like you can't write on the card material. So it has a different material on it for the autograph.
Yeah. So that's a rookie script. And that's Lamar Stevens. That's one, like, I don't really know who he is, but it's an autographed rookie card. So sleeve it, you know?
So sleeve it.
But when you're talking about like, here's a mega box that I had from Optic, which that I don't have the Optic. I was trying to hit some of the rookie cards and stuff, but like, here's what an Optic regular card looks like, where it's just like white around the edges and silver in the background.
Okay.
This is like the purple wave.
Oh yeah.
That like
that reflection is like looks like a fucking sound wave in the background. That's sick.
Yeah. Whatever that's called, I forget, but it makes it worth so much more money if you can hit a card like that. Because when we were talking about the rarity and stuff, when you're buying the boxes, you're getting like, I forget, like 5 or 6 cards in each pack. So when you're opening these and you're looking at these, you have a way higher opportunity to hit a rookie in a card like that. But these, there's like one of these per pack, and they're not rookies all the time. So to hit a rookie in that, like, makes the value that much more possible.
Yeah. Like, I was going to say not right away, right? Yeah. Because you never kind of know with a rookie, but
right. Yeah.
I get it.
And it's the same stuff with all these, and like you just get random shit that could be in any of them. You could hit random different colors and random different variations and stuff, and then when you get into numbered and stuff, it gets wild. There was one card in one of the boxes of Optics that I hit that was like this black and white checker pattern that was like ultra rare is what they claimed that it was. And it was a rookie card of a guy that was nobody, is nobody. It's still worth like $30, even though he's a nobody, because of the card being so rare.
Oh, damn.
But if that would have been Anthony Edwards, like, I haven't looked at the price now, because LaMelo Ball was the most like sought after in that rookie class when I started opening these packs before last season, you know. I started buying these in the off season before we went deep into the playoffs, you know.
Right.
But that LaMelo card was selling for like $400 or $4,000.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Holy
that one's like a
shit.
legitimate, like, that's how rare that card was.
Yeah. Like, check the internet.
So,
There's 3 on the entire internet right now.
yeah, some of
There's
that
more
stuff
than
gets,
that in existence, but everybody's holding on to them because they just like the card. They want the card. They just are keeping it. There's 3 to purchase.
That's the other thing that I'll say too. Like, if you can keep an eye out and you can watch for good prices and stuff, like this Anthony Edwards card, PSA 10, that one person paid whatever it was, $61 or whatever.
Yep.
And they got the already graded this card in hand. Now the fun is you're being able to pull other stuff you don't know. And like I said, in my hunt for this card, I ended up getting all the Halliburtons and the Tyrese Maxeys and all these other good players. So I do have a lot of dope cards that came with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just trying to hit this card, I don't know how many. I pulled 2 Anthony Edwards rookie cards, and this is the only one that's like a true, just straight up rookie card. The other one is like a American. It's like the Mosaic, but it's like an American insert deal, so it's not quite the same rookie card. Like, it doesn't say rookie on the front of it. It just is a rookie card, but it's
because it's the first year he was in the league.
Yeah, so it's something about like this rookie or whatever. It's a little bit different card, and I was like, that's cool, but that's not what I was really shooting for. I forgot what the fuck I was going with this. Because I was talking about like the different cards that I was all buying. So I was buying like a decent amount of boxes, and I spent well more than what I would have if I just would have bought that card.
Right.
So obviously, every time you just keep buying these cards, you're getting an opportunity at different and better cards and cool shit.
Yeah.
But if you want just that card, you might be better off just buying that card.
Right.
Because odds of you hitting it, I thought for sure I'd get an Anthony Edwards rookie card like almost every box I hit. And I bought like 5 boxes and still didn't get quite the one I was looking for. I'm like, what the fuck? Nuts.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I'll tell you.
Well, go ahead. You got more?
Well, I was going to say, let me hit you with this.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about sleeve your cards, I had shit that I didn't sleeve. And I got like Hideo Nomo.
Hell
rookie.
yeah.
So that's a rookie, a little bit beat up. This card, Frank Thomas rookie, would be worth a shit ton if it was in better condition. But it's kind of beat up. So that's a Frank Thomas rookie card. I got 2 different.
Frank was my guy. That's who I was always trying to collect. I don't know what I have anymore. I should look.
Yeah, this is in 1990. So that's the same year as Bill Dance. So that's how
Frank Thomas, Bill Dance, elite athletes.
But like this one was clean. I got some of these that are clean. Like that's a Ray Allen rookie card.
Nice.
But like some of this shit, check these 2 out. These ones are clean. These ones I did have sleeved up. That's a Rob Gronkowski rookie card.
Whoa.
So the Gronk. And then, some of them back in the day did not have, it didn't say rookie. That's a Kobe rookie card.
What?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude.
So that one I should have sold after the helicopter crash. I guess his shit went crazy.
Oh, of course it did.
Here's another one. I forgot to say this too. Remember talking about sleeve your card and stuff?
Yeah.
This one I was kind of hankering for getting some sports cards, like the football cards before like the real good football season came out. So these are like the Chronicles draft picks.
Okay.
And this one here is CJ Stroud in his Ohio State uniform. Like this is Ohio State before that came out.
But it's an NFL card.
Yeah, well, it's the Panini. Yeah, it's the NFL. Yeah, for sure. It's all the guys that are gonna be coming out and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got this card. Like this was an insert. This green scope. that's in the background.
Oh, okay.
The cards don't look like that. They look like, whoops, shit. Just smacking stuff.
Yeah, you barely bumped it.
They got some really cool shit, man. I keep like, once I find how we were talking about like the different cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Once I find them, I keep trying to pull other cards because I want different players in these.
Yeah.
Look how cool this fucking thing looks.
Whoa, dude, that thing's wild.
Yeah.
Fucking
but it's
lightning bolts coming out of the player.
Yeah. That's a rookie card of Trey Tucker. He's a receiver.
Oh, yeah. Trey
Tucker.
Tucker.
It's sleeved up.
I know who that is.
We'll see if he's good. I have no idea who that is. But so see, this is a Jahmyr Gibbs too. Same pack that I got it in. He's a good running back, but see how there's like none of that cool.
Yeah. It doesn't have those
background.
like holographic circles and shit on the back.
Yeah. So this one's a holographic circle. I'm like, damn, dude, that's cool looking.
Yeah.
The CJ Stroud, he's one of the better quarterbacks coming out this year.
Yep.
Hopefully he does good. Killed it, and he's like one of the most sought after rookie cards. Like they're going nuts for this kid. And I have like a special insert rookie card of his.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, and it's like I had no idea. Like I knew he was one of the top prospects.
Yep.
I didn't watch him in college. I had no idea how good he was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, nice, dude. I got one of the quarterbacks. Hell yeah. Cool. Mm-hmm. And then put it in a sleeve and then left it there. And then was like looking back through and I go, oh shit. I forgot I had him. That's dope.
Yeah. You're like, fuck yeah. I don't even watch that much football and I know who that is. So, I mean, that says a lot about it.
Yeah. So my big advice when you're out there buying stuff is that if you see something and you think you want to buy it, just go ahead and try to get it. And you can get the shit online. Like if Target has it and you see it in the store, it comes out. A lot of times they have it online. You can buy it and just have it shipped to your house or shipped to Target to pick up. You can do the same shit at Walmart. And if those go, it's because somebody bought them and you can go find them on eBay. For sure they're on eBay. But that's another thing too. Just keep an eye out for the different prices and stuff because they can get crazy priced.
Yeah.
Like, and always look at what the boxes say. Be very mindful of exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
Because there are different sizes out there. There's different, like there's your small little box. I don't do any of the hobby boxes because I don't have that kind of money to toss around with fishing as my hobby. Like if sports cards was your hobby, then great, you got that. But I have fishing gear and video games to buy, so I don't go and buy like the super expensive box because the hobby boxes are definitely where it's at. Like if you're trying to get some really rare shit,
okay,
that's where you're getting. That's your where they really cards and your
stack them up.
Yeah, that's where. But you're paying for them, dude.
Yeah,
they get expensive.
Even in retail.
There's so much.
Like I'm not talking about going to eBay and picking up a box that somebody's been, holding on to for 6 weeks or something.
Retail hobby boxes you're only going to get at like sports card shops now.
Oh, okay.
And those guys basically call their price too.
Really?
Because they know what everybody's paying for them,
right?
What they're going to get turned around and sold for on eBay,
right? So they just try to get that eBay price right away because fucking
they can. Yeah, like I deliver to one of the guys, and he's like, I've heard him say like, "Ooh, I don't really care for any of these cards, but we can sell it for this." Like he was like, we'll put this price tag on it. Like they were basically just talking about like what we'll put the price at, not like what we should put the price at.
Yeah,
what we're gonna put the price.
We will because wow.
Yeah, it's gnarly shit that's out there, but the thing I was saying with like when you're looking at it, not all the boxes are the same. Some of them are a little bit like this one has, like 5 packs. This one has 6 packs, or one of them is a little bit more money. And you go, oh, that guy's trying to charge too much. Like, no, sometimes for whatever reason, they'll have like this box is, there's like the blaster box or the hanger box or whatever. And for whatever reason, some of them are like slight hobby versions of the stuff. And if you look at the box, it'll say like on average, one memorabilia card in this box. So on most of the time you're looking at getting like a game worn jersey or an autograph card in that box. So that's why that box is more expensive, because you have a chance at hitting something that could be worth a lot more,
right,
if you get the right player.
Yeah.
So it's just all that kind of shit where you got to look at it. And they all say, they're different specialties too, like what they get. Like these pink cards were in the hanger boxes, in the hanger packs of the mosaics when they came out. Those were like the exclusive to the hanger packs. Like those pink cards were only coming in those like 30 card packs.
Yeah
For like $15 a pack.
Right.
So it's that kind of shit where you just gotta keep an eye out for that.
You gotta you kind of gotta read the fine print almost on when getting a box.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Because it's like you can get cards from anywhere, but some of them are a little bit more, and there can be exclusives to where you get them from too. Like it's Prism. Prism football. If you get the ones from Target, their exclusive is like a disco where it's kind of like circles like this. Their exclusive inserts on that blaster box are disco cards.
Yep.
And if you get them from Walmart, they're lasers.
Oh,
it's like a bunch of lines and shit.
Right.
So like
right.
If you want one card versus the other, you got to go, that's what you got to do.
Right.
Like,
that's crazy.
I also buy a lot of cards for my nephew. Like he's into football cards. So I like opening them and I like, purchasing them, like all that part. That's all fun for me. So like when it's his like birthday or Christmas, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get him cards. We're gonna open them up. Yeah. So like I've found those exclusive ones, and I've always been like trying to drop hints and stuff. I'm like, damn, those are cool looking cards, huh? And I was like, I kind of like those laser ones more than that disco, but it's everybody's opinions. What do you like? You like those disco ones? You'd be like, no, I think the laser ones are cool too. All right, noted. About to buy the laser box.
Okay.
That kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I slip it in there. But this last Christmas, it wasn't anything special, but there, like as far as the year goes or whatever.
Okay.
But there are certain players that it doesn't really matter what year you hit. Their cards are still going to be worth more money if they are the insert. And he got one of those orange laser Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
And that was like a fucking So it's those kind of moments. Like that's the other thing. Just keep it, like, if you can try to figure out what they're into and what they like,
right,
hook them up with that set,
right?
Because the moment that they hit that insert, even if they're not always worth a lot of money, that moment of when they pull it, to
the excitement,
when they freak the fuck out. Oh, dude, there's nothing better than just be like, yes, we're all happy.
We're all happy right now. Adrenaline rush fun. Dude. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if you had other stuff. I just kind of went off.
No, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That was so good. I live adjacent to the card hype now, and I'm just like, I wanted to be brought into that world for an hour. So
sure, yeah,
that's awesome, dude. That's so sick.
The other thing I should say too, if you're interested in getting these cards and stuff, like when I'm saying if you see them, get them, maybe even be kind of aware of when they come out too, because like I said, they don't last long on the shelves, and they drop at different times.
Right.
You got some of the stuff that started coming out before the season ever started.
Yeah.
You got some that come out like half of the season later. And then like, I forget which ones just came out, but there's a set that just came out like a month ago. And it's all the same year, but it's like they kind of just scatter them.
Interesting.
I think it might be the Contenders.
Okay.
line where, they're all made by the same people.
Sure. Yeah.
Literally every one of these is made by Panini.
Right.
This is Pinnacle Chronicles Panini. This is Select Panini. Mosaic is made by Panini. Donruss Panini. It doesn't matter. It's all Panini.
Right. They just drop it in. They have like these waves that they're going in. That they go in.
Oh shit! Don't stop.
Oh shit! Don't drop. Yeah. Don't fucking spill on the cards.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you see any of those out there, like the cool stuff that's a little bit more expensive, but the cards are cooler and they hold their value better, is like, Mosaic and Prism and Select.
Right.
Those cards go fast as shit. They'll hit the shelves and then they're gone almost immediately.
Right.
Like, the one thing I'll say too is I used to be like alone in the sports cards aisles. Like I wouldn't even always buy them. I'd just walk through and I'd look at them and it'd just be me.
Yeah.
And now I'm always like standing there looking at them with somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm almost never alone.
Right.
Which is something that didn't happen like 5 years ago.
Right.
And
right.
prior. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, every dude that's walking through the store just has to come over and look real quick. What's going on over here? And if they see
good stuff.
One of the good packs, that thing is gone.
They're getting it.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right, man. That was awesome. Like I said, I just wanted to live in that world for a little bit because I live adjacent to it in the sense of like, I remember doing that, but like, it's so much have changed in the last 4 years. I feel like it's been insane. So that was cool. Like, subscribe, do all that shit, whatever. You know how it goes. You've heard a podcast before.
Yeah. That's
it. Call it a wrap. Except you gotta show me. No, you know what? I want to talk about